Be very, very careful. Mines everywhere. They could take out tons of probes. Oh, wow. That was so dangerous. That could have been really, really awful. Could have lost a lot of those probes, which just barely kept them alive. And this shuttle being taken down, the Reavers being dropped off before death, but he really needs to build another shuttle, or else this could be really problematic for him in terms of trying to keep those Reavers alive. Those Reavers did take a couple of pot shots, and but they are slow crawling around the map right now. We've got mines inside of Cal's base, all being eliminated. I don't think there's any left. And these vultures have done some damage, but they just really haven't done enough. I would say that the Reavers have done about 3 tanks, maybe 2 or 3 vultures, a half dozen SCVs, and a few Marines. And that is a whole lot more damage than those vultures have done. Those vultures have killed maybe 4 probes, maybe something like that. So definitely some superior harassment being done by Cal here. We'll see what else his MVP's got. He's lifting off that starport, moving it over to the right. We'll see if he's going to do anything with that thing at all, or if he's just floating around to keep it alive so we can build a science facility later. That's definitely a possibility. We do see that for some reason Cal isn't mining gas at his main. Probably just forgot to put them back on there. I assume that those will be back and up and running very, very shortly. And Cal is starting to macro up a sizable force here. He's got some Zealots and Dragoons out. Actually, MVP's also got a decent force out as well. He's got a lot of Vultures as well as maybe 4 or 5 tanks. And that's going to be a pretty powerful force. Finally, an armory coming up. So these are not going to be any early upgrade games here. And these Reavers doing so much damage, picking off another tank and another Vulture. And Cal is seriously just kicking some serious butt right now. He's also placing some pylons at the cardinal directions. He's got them at 3, 9, and 12. Doesn't have any pylons at the 6. But he's going to have a lot of good vision for when these dropships move out, when Vultures are trying to make harassment. Those kinds of things. He's going to be in pretty darn good shape to counter that. And surprisingly, I gotta say, Cal is still on 2 bases. Normally, you would see a Terran take a 3rd baseman now, but it looks like Cal's got some sort of 2-base strategy working. These Reavers have certainly done their job, doing just buttloads of damage, and this is really nice by him. Now Cal pushing across the map, gonna try and ambush these Vultures, and gonna be very, very successful. Gonna get, one of them gets away, just barely gets away, and might be able to harass this probe at the 12 o'clock. And now a dropship coming from the right side of the map, and Cal sees that with the pylon, and he should be well prepared to deal with this. Looks like this Vulture at the 12 o'clock is gonna get picked off. So that's something. We got 4 Vultures being dropped off at the 3 o'clock position. Gonna try and get some harassment on Cal. I think Cal's gonna be prepared for this. Oh, Cal not blocking his ramp! But MVP not taking his ramp, actually going behind the natural mineral line. Gonna have some success here. Gonna pick off 4 maybe probes here. Maybe gonna be able to get some more 5 probes. Some nice harassment here from MVP. Actually gonna get a half dozen probes. So that is some nice counter harassment. He's killed maybe like 10 or 11 probes now with his Vulture. So some nice work there. Trying to even up this game. He's lost more military. Certainly he's lost more military, but definitely that was very, very useful for him. And now we've got the big push out coming out from MVP. We do have a speed shuttle out as well. Going to pick those Reavers back up. Going to try and make some optimal use of those. And now we'll see how good MVP is at leapfrogging his tanks, of crawling them across the map and stopping them from getting flanked by these 2 different groups of Dragoons, and we've got this shuttle with the Reaver in it. So going to be important here that these Reavers stay alive. They are still alive. This is Cal's major tech right now, is those Reavers, and he needs to keep those alive and try and get some nice Scarabs into half damage those, or not more than half damage, those siege tanks, and make them easy to destroy. Got some more Vultures loading up into this dropship at the at the 3 o'clock position. They're going to be taken right into the main of Cal, and looks like Cal once again is unprepared for this. What is going on? Could we see MVP maybe come away with a victory here just by pure genius harassment? It is looking possible here. If he's able to clear out a decent number more of these probes, it is entirely possible. Looks like he's going to get 2 probes. Focus fire, MVP! Oh my god, that is just MVP, what are you doing? He needed to focus down those probes. Instead, his Vultures are like shooting at Zealots and Dragoons. Oh man, he only killed 2 probes when he probably could have killed 4 or 5. So not quite as good as it could have been. Not awful, but not quite as good as it could have been. Looks like at least one of the Reavers has gone down, as that shuttle has picked up a couple of Zealots, and I do not see that any of the Reavers sitting around. So either one or both Reavers have gone down here. And this shuttle looking like it might have been going for some Zealot bombs, but did not have too much luck here. And that Reaver going down as well. So I think both Reavers are down now for Cal, but he does have a new one, I believe. He might still have a Reaver in there, but we didn't actually get to see it, I don't think. But I don't think so. I think that I think both of the initial Reavers have gone down, and that is the newest Reaver. And now it looks like MVP is just going to clear away some of these Dragoons that were looking to make a flank, and just saying, no, 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 I got you here. And we got mines all over inside of MVP's base, throwing up a third command center inside of his base as well, going to try and take the 6 o'clock position. Also has them well set up. These mines are going to be really good to stop Arbiter recalls. Very, very nice. And that'll be very helpful. We got a shuttle coming out once again with a Reaver in it. Gonna get another scare buff. Gonna pick off some of the reinforcements. Gonna pick off a tank. Good job there by Cal, picking off what he can. Very, very important that he does that. Picking off another Goliath and 3 more Vultures with this Reaver. Some great, great play here by these Reavers. These Reavers for Cal have just done so much damage. So impressive. Will he get that tank, though? That's interesting. Will he get the tank? I think he's going to get the tank. Another drop coming in for MVP. He's just will not get enough of these drops. But this drop I don't think is going to be very successful at all. Looks like pretty much everything has been picked off. A couple decent mines that did some damage, but overall, Cal fended that off quite well. And MVP, once again, is still trying to make a little bit of a push out here, but just hasn't really been able to get himself across the map. Has been forced to kind of go... has been forced to some really slow going here. And actually, looking at this, MVP looks like he's going to set up for the 12 o'clock or the 6 o'clock position. I think he might actually be better off going for the 3 o'clock. It seems like counterintuitive, but setting up over there where his tanks are already setting up a defensive perimeter could actually be the better choice for him. Could actually help him out a little bit more in terms of not spreading out his defenses. But it looks like Cal's coming in here for attack again on the southern flank. Going to try and take out some of these Dragoons. Going to try and take, or some of these tanks. Going to try and take out some of the reinforcement route. And actually going to bypass the entire main force. Going to walk right into the natural expansion. Now, will he be able to get up this ramp? This is really dangerous for Cal. He needs to do some damage here. Mine being dragged into some SCVs. But he needs to get up this ramp. If he doesn't get up the ramp, his Dragoons are going to get crunched in between... MVP's forces, and that could be really, really bad for him if he doesn't do a lot of damage here. He's going to lose that that shuttle. Oh, no, actually not. That shuttle actually staying alive, just barely. And these Dragoons have all gone down here. Not a lot of damage done by the Dragoons. I think they've been able to pick off several SCVs with the help of some mines, but overall, it did not do a lot of military damage in that. It's close, but MVP may have actually come ahead in that battle, slightly come ahead in that battle, just because he was able to keep most of his tank count alive through that fight. The one thing this did do, though, is it gave Cal some breathing room, and he's able to push out here, pick off some of the turrets, and that sort of thing. So it gives him a little bit of a breathing room, but overall, I think Cal did a little less damage with that attack than he was really hoping for. Wasn't able to get up that ramp, wasn't able to get enough SCVs, I don't think, or anything like that. And it looks like MVP coming out here again for the push out, another speed shuttle out, and I don't think MVP's got enough here. Those Reaver doing tons of damage, lots of